I'm Staci Boyer, and we have been talking in great detail over the past few weeks about finding your intrinsic motivators and being self-referenced, not object-referenced, and finding everything that you want in life on the other side of fear. We've been tapping into our emotions and tapping into the whole spirit and mindfulness of this journey. And today we are going to take it on to a more physical level. Fitness has been a huge part of my life, and not only do I like to talk to people about becoming stronger on the inside, I like to actually do it in the gym. And I've been competing for many years, since 2007, and it's a huge part of my life. I'm going to share today with you some of my signature trademarked Motiv8n U moves. And they're things that you can do at home with very little equipment or none at all, safe for you to do with your kids as well, and you can get it all done in probably 30 to 45 minutes. So let's go into the very first exercise today. All you're really going to need is a pair of dumbbells, 5s, 8s, and use what you have at home to get started with this before you try to reach outside of that box. Our first exercise today is called the shoulder arc. So I'm going to use 8s. And what I want you to do is I want you to kind of practice getting into a squat. And I like to use elbows to gauge my range of motion. So if I touch my elbows to my knees, that's where I know the bottom of the movement is. I'm going to push through my heels so I activate my glutes so I can fire all the muscles in my lower body. And I'm going to exhale as I exert and go up and arc over and then bring it down. I'm working shoulders, I'm working back, core, all of the muscles in my lower body. You're gonna do this for about 12 to 16 repetitions, 3 sets. Easy. Inhale on the way down and exhale on the way up. Shoulder arc. That's exercise 1 for you. Second is what I like to call an oil pump plie. Your stance is going to vary just a tad bit. So instead of the basic squat position with the glutes out, you're going to be in a plie and you're going to be dropping straight down this way. So if you have a kettlebell, awesome, use it. Or 1, 8, or maybe a 12, or even a 15, but you only need 1 weight for this particular movement. Set up that plie, shoulders in your back pockets, draw the navel in so your core is nice and engaged, and drop down. Scoop. I like to imagine that I'm scooping water in a bowl, drinking it, and then handing it to somebody that's taller than me. So I'm going to come up on my tiptoes. So I've got a nice lengthening of the body and bringing it down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, pushing through the heels, glutes, inner thighs, core, lengthening the spine. I'm working upper and lower body. Everything is waking up. Everything is engaged. You're burning more calories because you're bringing those arms up over your head. Again, we're going to do about 3 sets of 12 to 16, and that's the oil pump plie. Next move, we're going to use both of the dumbbells again, and this one's called the shot put. So we've got both sides of the body that are going to be working for this one. Squat position, so instead of the plie like last time, bring the toes forward. We're going to drop that elbow down to target our range of motion ending point. Push from the chest and the shoulder at an angle up over the head to the corner of the room. Inhale down, touch, and exhale up. Inhale down and exhale up. I'll show you on the other side just so you can get a good idea what it looks like both ways. Elbow touches, kind of gives you a little bit of a safety cushion if you're new to this, because when you touch right there, you're like, okay, I'm not falling, I've got this. And push. Down and up. Upper and lower body again. 3 sets, 12 to 16. All right, one more movement here. This one's called hammer time. And I personally like to do it with a kettlebell, but if you don't have one, it doesn't mean you have to go run out and get one. But I'm gonna demonstrate it with it just so you can see the variation of a hand grip. So, all right, set it up a little closer than what we've been doing. I'll show you kind of from the side. And elbows for range of motion. Touch, here we go. So, touch, proud chest. So I don't wanna be this. I wanna be here. We're gonna press through the heels, the glutes, the core, lifting up and taking it back. Triceps are engaging and dropping it down. Touch those elbows. Push it all the way up. Drop it back behind the head. Breathing. Inhale down. Exhale up. And again, we have 3 sets. 12 to 16. And there you go. 4 exercises. Shoulder arc, oil pump plie, shot put, and the hammer time. I'm gonna show you now my trademark signature favorite core move called the shark fin. And I'm breathing heavy and I only did a little bit. This is a great workout for you to do. So I invented this about 17 years ago in my hospital bed when I had my first son. And the nurses thought I was crazy and I was like, I'm doing this. I'm getting ready. So literally you are going to take yourself down and lean against something. If you don't have a BOSU, I know people that do this on a foam roller, maybe a punching bag, or even a firm pillow just to get started. But ideally, if you can get a BOSU, which stands for both sides up, bosu.com, easy to find. They've got them everywhere. You're gonna lean against it. So here's how we set this up. Heels are gonna be digging into the ground. Toes pointed up. You're gonna lean against the BOSU. You're gonna let your body kind of drop to the floor. And I'm gonna do this without a weight, and then I'm gonna grab one of these 8s and show you the difference. So you can do this with anything that you have. The goal is to drive the movement entirely from your core. I call it shark fin because in my mind, this looks like a shark fin. So here we go, dropping the butt down. Here's my starting point. A little bit of an angle here. I'm never going back any further. Here's the count, this is key. Scoop, like you're scooping pudding or ice cream. 1, 2, 3. Hold 2. Drop 2, 3. Again, up, 2, 3, and squeeze. Drop 2, 3. Movement starts here. Boom, scoop. Squeeze, hold. Drop. Notice the little teeny bit of movement up here. So here's what it looks like if I've got a weight in my hand. Drive this movement from the core. Up, 2, 3, hold 2, drop 2, 3. Let's do it again. Focus, you're gonna feel a little bit shaky if you're doing it right. And drop. The significance behind this movement and the form and the control is that it targets the deep muscles in the inner abdominal area that are really hard to target when you're just doing crunches or you've got a lot of weight and very little range of motion. What we want to do is we want to create this situation where your inner muscles are almost like a girdle. So instead of wearing Spanx to hold it in from the outside, I want you to become stronger from the inside. Okay, one more cool thing to show you with the step. There's a lot that you can do with a step. You can jump up and down over it, you can do lunges off of it, but I think that one cool thing is modifications with push-ups because it really helps you progress. So I'm gonna show you on the end of this a way to work on your tricep push-ups. This is key because most people, men and women alike, have very little core strength or tricep strength when it comes to holding their bodies up. So a good way to test your progress in your core strength development is to see if you can do this movement. So this is a tricep push-up right here. So notice that shoulders are directly over the wrists and that my back is flat. I'm drawing my navel in and my elbows are glued to my sides. So this isn't a chest push-up where I'm here. This is focusing on triceps and a lot of core engagement. How are we gonna modify this for you to progress? Just like this. Go to your knees and look at your level. See, I'm straight. I'm not like this. Pick up those feet tight. Drop down. Push through the heels of your hand. Heels of your hand. And take it up. Work on doing, 10 to 15 of these. Knock them out. Throw them into this workout. And, a great place to start with everything that we did today is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do all this. And then maybe do it more the following week. Give yourself a rest because that's just as important as the workout. So, you can do this at home. You can do this at the gym. You can do this with weights. You can do this with nothing. You can do this with your friends. And you can do this with your family. So here's to you being strong, not just on the outside, but on the inside too, and putting it all together. I hope you enjoyed all of that. Here's to Motiv8n U for real.